In January 2021, my husband and I celebrated 10 years of marriage at Walt Disney World, Florida. It was amazing. And even though it was in January, I heard the mask mandates are back for indoor locations anyway, and the crowd levels have been super low recently anyway. So I thought I'd share my experience with low crowds and some tips that I've learned from being a cast member. And even with all the changes, I think these tips will still be helpful to people who are visiting. So if you're interested in learning, keep on watching. I had some work that I had to do, and we also had to do some shopping. So I'll show you guys what we got for the trip in a little bit. One thing we had to do was get Eric some new shoes. That is the biggest thing I'll tell you. When you go on a trip to Disney World, make sure you have shoes that fit you because you do so much walking. Of course, watching videos and vlogs to figure out what we're going to do. I went to the doctor to get some things checked out before the trip. Had to go get my hair stuff so that I can get my hair did. And here are a couple things that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Some important things are definitely getting some disposable sunglasses, something you don't care about. Definitely more things to put hand sanitizer in, something to put water in. Ponchos are a big thing, and a fanny pack. We flew out on a Sunday morning. It was kind of interesting because y'all know the snowmageddon we had in February. Well, I actually really thought we were going to have that snowmageddon in January on that morning because of how much snow they said that we were supposed to have. If you can tell, there is no snow outside. It snowed a little bit, but not that much. Thankfully, this trip, we did not have a tour of the DFW airport. That would have been terrible. Trust and believe, flying American. If you saw my last video, which I will put in the cards now, we had an entire tour of the airport. It was crazy. I have been flying Southwest since I was itty bitty, so I definitely suggest flying Southwest. It is my favorite. Check out my hair. I got my hair cut and did my hair in the car. We're almost there. Eric's watching the movie. If it doesn't hit you when you actually land in Orlando, it definitely for me starts hitting me that I'm in Orlando going on a Disney World vacation when I get on the trams in the Orlando airport. It starts to hit there. In this trip, it was a little different because I seriously doubted that we were actually going to go, that it was a good idea to go. Being that, all the things that are going on, and we were also moving. But yeah, it starts to actually kind of hit once you get on the trams. Something about that for me just says, okay, we're starting something exciting. And that's probably from all the times that I have been to the Orlando airport. I never thought about that. I've actually been to the Orlando airport probably more times than any other airport other than the Houston airports, because that's where I lived a lot of my life. So Houston airports are probably the top airport I've been to, and then Orlando is the second because I did do a college program in Orlando, and after that I went back several trips. So I've definitely frequented this airport.
So, Mrs. Jackson,
Hi,
how you enjoying the mask?
I'm learning to breathe.
Breathe again.
I'm not joking.
Tony Braxton on the board. Yo, that's fire.
Another tip that I will tell you guys when you're traveling to Orlando for Disney World vacation, I suggest trying very, very much to get all of your things that you will need in carry-ons. As you can see, we did not go and pick up checked bags here. We do pick up checked bags on our way back because we always bring things back. But going to Orlando, we typically try to keep it very light. If we can keep it inside of a carry-on bag, 1 or 2 of them like you get on Southwest, we're going to do that because I want to get right off of the plane and straight into Magical Express as long as it's available, because it will not be available any longer after 2021. But whatever form of transportation that you have, I want to go straight into that right when I get off the plane. I ain't trying to wait for my Disney vacation. It needs to start like now.
Anyway, I just enjoy recording this stuff, so here we are, and Eric likes messing with me. So here's what's going on right now. We're in line, and we just got off the plane.
Yes.
It was such a nice trip. It was a very nice trip. Now, what we weren't expecting is when we came on, well, Eric was expecting it, but I'm going to tell you this. It hasn't even fully hit that I'm here.
Me either. I
really
feel like
hasn't.
I'm in Texas. Actually, I feel like I'm in Houston. I ain't lived in Houston in 5 years almost.
It's probably the humidity. So it'll probably hit once we get into the parks and things like that. We have very little plans. So we super regular people right now. And so we're waiting here for 45 minutes. I'm probably going to edit some episodes for the podcast or enjoy some time with Eric if he wants to do that. Because that's the focus of this trip, baby, is to enjoy, not to work. We recorded that at maybe 5 minutes ago. And we're on the bus. It's a cruise line bus. You see the cruise line stuff on here? Yay! Praise the Lord.
Count of 3. Hi, Mickey. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, Mickey.
If you're unaware, you have to get your own luggage right now. It was cool being on a cruise line bus and not taking a cruise. Yeah, it's recording. Dang, we got up here quick. Going to the room. We keep getting compliments on these hoodies. We'll link it below, and Perry's, if y'all want to like sponsor us, you could do that, but gotta be all quiet on this floor. This is so nice. What room are we in? We don't know. We need to figure that out.
Now, we'll tell you guys on this video, I'm not giving a full tour of the room, but if you would like to see the entire tour of the room, I will have it in a separate video. I will link that in the cards. All I will say, though, is this is the second time that we have stayed in Coronado, my husband and I, and it is gorgeous. It is probably our favorite hotel, especially since it is a moderate resort that gives you deluxe resort vibes. I really like that about Coronado. So if you have not stayed there and you've considered staying there, you should probably do it. After that, we were going to Disney Springs.
We're going to my old stomping grounds. It looks so different. I don't even feel like I realize it when I come. I don't. Except for when I go to where I used to work. That still looks the same. But it's my old stomping grounds. I'm so excited. We're only here for a second, though. We're about to leave in a second. Actually, I need to be talking about that with Eric, so. It's my first time doing this. Oh, wow, the Christmas tree is still up. Y'all, they still have the Christmas tree up. Now, I was saying at the hotel, I don't think I got this on camera, but I was saying at the resort, I was super excited to not see Christmas, because every time I come to Disney for the last 2-3 trips now, I've seen Christmas. And Christmas is cool, but I miss Disney the way that I remember it. So I want to see that. But it's nice to be able to see this.
Now, if you've never heard of the Character Warehouse, you'll see a little bit of clips in just a moment, but it is in the outlet mall near Disney Springs. They sell things that they are basically getting rid of or have discontinued in the parks, and they're super low prices. So Eric wanted to go.
The old stomping grounds. That's where I used to get lunch. And the store. My stove and Christmas decorations. What? Oh, the park, but they only have some of them. I think they have Pooh. They didn't have Figment. That was cute. Oh, is it plastic and metal? Every time I come here, I have to show y'all exactly where I worked. Right there. And all that personalization stuff. We didn't have that. But over here used to be a photo booth. Oh, memories. Okay. And then I don't know what's going on over there, but this used to be so full of stuff. Good morning from Hollywood Studios. Okay, to give you an update, last night we went to Springs, right? Went to Springs, ate at Chicken Guy, then went to the Coca-Cola store and went back to the hotel and basically went to sleep. I ordered groceries and missed that. We woke up in the morning, got our boarding group, which we got 62 today. I'm totally fine with that because at least we got one.
Oh, we got one. Okay.
Yeah.
We got one.
Yeah, at least we got at least we got one. So we are right now in line for Mickey's Runaway Railway. It said it was 45 minutes for this line. We actually got in line a little bit before 9 o'clock. So we'll see how long the line actually is, but we're moving. I've got stuff to do in the line. I got a husband to spend time with. So we'll see how this goes.
New for us.
Oh,
For me.
Eric is now an honorary Disney, what do you call it? Not expert, but traveler. I don't know what you call it, but well, now I don't want to say usually, he's now used to not waiting in line.
Because the first time we went, she did a great job of...
I planned everything.
So anyway, yeah, I'm not used to standing in line. First world problem, though.
You look so cute.
I appreciate that.
Are you married?
I am, and not these. Psych, I'm
That's
playing.
Let's back to the train. And we don't have any plexiglass in front of us.
So I said that about the plexiglass because it was that at the start of the pandemic when Walt Disney World reopened, they added plexiglass to every ride in ride queues. So you'll see a lot of that in here, even though now when you go to Disney World, you do not have plexiglass on rides. But this was a fun ride.
I'm smiling like people can see me. That was fun.
Yo, that was so fun.
It was so fun. It was so fun. I was very disappointed because they replaced this ride. The original ride was a lot better, in my opinion, I thought. But then I rode this. It was so good.
Yeah, I was super surprised. It was really good. And it was about a 25-minute wait time.
Maybe 30. It might
Nah, because,
Hi.
hey, how y'all doing? No, I think about 25. But in any case, it wasn't 45 minutes.
And that's
That was
what
great.
counts. Aw, I didn't know they were still doing these. This is my first time ever seeing it. Okay, last time I was on here, we went on the Mickey ride that I can't say, but I'll put down below. And then after that, we went to Rock and Roller Coaster. Now the wait times are not actually that bad. The wait times are, the first one was maybe 20 minutes, Mickey's. The second one was about the same, about 20 minutes. Tower of Terror was the one that was the longest. And it said it was 55. We probably waited a good 40 minutes for that one. And took care of some things because after Rock and Roller Coaster, it was a little intense for Eric. And so we had to order some things to help him with that. But I was so excited on Rock and Roller Coaster. I got my favorite song and it was great. So now we're eating. And that's my food. And Eric's food. He looks happy with it. Are you happy with it?
Hungry.
Oh yeah, he's hungry. Hello again. So, I had a little change of plans. Actually, Eric had some challenges with his stomach after riding all of the intense rides on the first day. And he is getting better at the hotel. But if you saw my last trip that I went on, I'm not letting that stop me. So I'm in Animal Kingdom right now. And we'll see what fun we can have. I know I'm definitely gonna try to do Flight of Passage toward the end of the day. But until then, I don't know what I'm going to do, so we'll just see what we can get into. Also, all the Christmas decorations are still up. I think I've said that before. I was so looking forward to seeing it without Christmas decorations, so hopefully that comes down before we leave. This is random, but I was coming in here because my husband was entertaining getting the locker earlier, and now I know how much it costs. But in front of Animal Kingdom, you have these locker stations, and that's the price. You know what's beautiful about this? All those people behind me, they're walking out. I think, yeah, there are a lot of people leaving the park right now. And I'm going in to Asia. This says that Everest has 10-minute wait. Flight of Passage has a 15-minute wait. It must have just went down or something. And then Navi River Journey has a 40-minute wait. Let's see how real that is.
Okay, so I want to make note that this is mid-January or early January, about 3 p.m. So that's why you see the crowds being very, very low. You also have to take into account that we had just come out of 2020 and all the things that happened in that, and people are still hesitant to travel. However, it has been said, and I have personally experienced a very low attendance in January. So this is my common experience coming in January. It always looks something like this.
Straight walk on. In one of my other videos, I talked about how annoying some people were. There were some annoying people in the back of the ride. So let's try this again. Much better. Bye. The front row. Yeah, baby. Woo. That's our hotel right there. We're facing the other side, and this is behind us. I have to say this for myself, but Anna Marie was such a good cast member. She helped me with those guys who were just having a little too much fun. I understand having fun, but come on, y'all. Like, Yeah, so I want to give her a shout out later. I need a break from that. Surprisingly, I used to be able to do that back to back, honey. But I'm gonna walk over to Pandora and see what's going on there, and then maybe come back. I'll also say this: Animal Kingdom is a park to hop to. Y'all sleeping if we don't do that. While this whole, world crisis is going on and we can only park hop at 2 p.m. Y'all need to come to Animal Kingdom. I could have gone on again, and it wouldn't have been a problem. I was on train, basically by myself. This is where you want to be. Okay, one more thing. On Everest, I think almost any ride that is a roller coaster, the back seats are going to be more intense. I think that first time I was on the middle seats, but this time I was on the very front seat, and it was very much less intense than the first time I rode it. And I'm sure it would have been even less intense if I rode it all the way in the back. More intense if I rode it all the way in the back. So you don't really get to choose right now. I got a chance to go in the front because, like I said earlier, those guys were annoying, and the sweet cast member helped me with that. But if you do get a choice, that's how I would ride. Look at this, y'all. I dropped my whole water bottle. It didn't break, but I have been putting this thing through. It was $8 at Walmart. Ghost town. I'm ready for you to come back for Festival of the Lion King. It's ain't even nobody behind me. Wow.
Right here, I'm just making note of the markers on the ground. Even though those markers are no longer there at Walt Disney World, these do show how long the lines for Flight of Passage can get, and they still do get kind of long like this.
It still says a 15-minute wait. It might actually be that. I'm not totally sure, but that's super strange. I will say that. Super strange that it's a 15-minute wait. And Navi River Journey is a 40-minute wait. I'm almost convinced this is a 15-minute walk. But like I said, we could wait for a little bit. This may not be like in my first video where I got straight on a couple times in a row. But I do intend to try to ride it a couple times in a row. Again, a little different than before, but obviously empty lines. There's a few people behind me, but this is wild. That's wild.
Now, if you've never been on Flight of Passage, it's just going to look like I jumped off the ride, but I don't think it's wise to film that ride, and I wasn't going to risk my phone doing that, so that's why you don't see ride footage.
So, I will confirm that was about 15 minutes, including the pre-show. If you can't tell, I'm going on it again. So while I do that, let me explain what I think the process is and why it's 15 minutes versus 40 minutes for Navi River Journey. So, and if you don't care about this or want not for the magic, quote unquote, to be revealed, you can skip this. But from what I understand, the last time we came here, we asked how it works. And basically, what it is that this is a sophisticated times 10 version of Soarin'. And the floor moves and all that. But if you've ever been on Soarin', Soarin' is a big theater. So they can pile a bunch of people on this, but Navi River Journey is a boat ride. And so it's not as easy to do that on there, which is why I'm thinking it's a longer wait. And it's probably not even 40 minutes, to be honest with you. It's probably way less than that. So honestly, this is a 15-minute walk for the most part. I waited for a few minutes, maybe two. then I did the pre-show, not the one where they do the thing where they match your face with the, all that. I'm glad they got rid of that. They didn't have that part. They just got the part where they basically introduce you to the ride. And honestly, I think that part was just buying them time to let the other show go out. So it's probably about the same amount of time it takes to do that to finish the ride. And then you get on the ride. That ride is 4.5 minutes. And then it's about a 5-minute walk, feel like getting off. It's probably like 3. So overall, it's about a 25-minute experience, I guess. Math is not my forte, so don't quote me on that. But if that's the case, it's about 4 o'clock right now. I'm gonna go through this again and see if I can't time it. If I get out by 4:25, that'll confirm what I just said. If I don't, I'm about to get dark. But if I don't, then, it's not. But my hope is that I'll be able to at least come back through this ride again, do it this second time, maybe ride Navi, and then run over to Everest like I did last time and do that one more time before the park closes at 5. And then I'm going to Epcot. Okay, this wait might actually be a little more than 15 minutes, but like I said, it may be just encompassing all the stuff that I talked about earlier. But pretty much walking through everything is a way of Disney's way of buying time, so that they can go through the rides and whatnot. Because I know the night that I did this, I walked straight on. There's no real need for that, but there's obviously more people than there were then.
By blending human DNA and Navi DNA. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars.
And I was correct, it's now 4:25, and I'm done with Flight of Passage again. So right now I'm trying to think if I want to do Navi River Journey, but and everyone's having the same thoughts I'm having, and they're trying to get the last little bit of rides in before things are over, because now the wait time is 20 minutes. So let me figure out where the river ride is, and then let's see if we can do Everest. This is a 35-minute race. I really want to chill on there and go, but that line is evident. Oh, wow. So I don't know about that one, y'all. I might have to come back and do Navi another day, but not today. That line was something else. So I don't know where I'm going. I may just try to beat the crowds out of the park and go and do Everest again, since I've had my little chill break, and go from here. What actually is happening is Everest is down. So I'm kind of sad about that. But like I said, I think I'm gonna try to beat the crowds out of the park still. And that's also why the wait times jumped up for a Flight of Passage, because Everest is closed right now. So then there's nothing else really that I want to do in this park right now. I don't want to go on safari. So I'm gonna go and hop over to, I think I have to hop over to Epcot. I might can squeeze in Magic Kingdom, but I kind of want to do that with Eric. So I think I'm gonna go to Epcot and see what I can do there. And just like that, I'm actually in Magic Kingdom. I decided to come here instead of Epcot because there's a lot more here that I wouldn't want, that Eric won't want to do, that I would want to do. So before I turn this corner, I want to tell y'all that because I'm about to see the castle. It's been a long time. Christmas decorations not going away until the 16th. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right instead of the left. Normally I would come in and go left. I'm gonna go to the right, go on maybe Space Mountain. I'm gonna try Barnstormer. I've never done that before. Depending on the weight, I may do the Seven Dwarfs, but I also want to do Splash Mountain. That's more of a priority to me. So maybe I'll go the other way around. Maybe I'll go left instead of right for that reason. Or just go straight through the castle. That might be the fastest way to do it. Here is one thing I'm excited that I'm able to see. It's probably one of the only things that I'm super excited to see, which is the carriage. I didn't get a chance to see this last time when we came. Okay, it says that the wait time is 40 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, trying to cover this video like a regular person. So since I'm supposed to be like a regular person, if I were to give any tips for any regular person who is coming, I would definitely say go to Magic Kingdom early in the morning. Knock out your most important rides. It does stay open longer than some of the other parks. What I'm wondering is if the sweet spot for being in the parks is between like 1 and 3, because people are leaving to go to other parks and then coming into the park. You know, they're traveling or sleeping or whatever. I'm not sure about that yet. So we'll see tomorrow. Definitely going to tell Eric if he really wants to come here. I'm going to say, hey, let's get up and go at 7:30 or something like that. It is, it's gonna get packed, and this is way more packed than Animal Kingdom was. And Animal Kingdom might be just my favorite park to hop to, just saying. I thought it was gonna be Epcot, but it's definitely Animal Kingdom with as much as I was able to do. Yes, I'm that extra, okay? I don't like getting wet, but just so you know, the part that you would normally get wet on is actually turned off in the winter. So, you don't really have to be concerned about that, but that's something I'm extra cautious about. So, I'm extra, and you definitely don't have to be cautious as I am, but I don't like being wet, so there's that.
Okay, so let's talk Splash Mountain, because there are some things I'm going to miss about this ride. If you are not aware, the ride in its current state that you see right now will be no more, and they're going to replace it with a Princess and the Frog themed ride, which, if you know me, I am so excited about. But to be honest, like I said, there are some parts I'm going to miss about this ride. I found out about this story before I knew this negative stereotypes that went on along with it, so I have a lot of positive memories with this ride, whereas my husband won't ride it at all because he knows the negative stigmas. But I am excited about the positive Black representation that will come with the new ride.
I thought I was being extra. I'm wet, okay? My mask is a little wet. I think I'm okay with that. But look at my face, y'all, and my hair got wet. I was trying to avoid that, but whatever. But that would have been all of my shirt. I would have been mad. Okay? Stay prepared. Number one tip, bring a poncho. Now they're about to try to re-traumatize me with another drop. It wasn't that bad.
Can't y'all just see this being reimagined into the part where Ray, no, not Ray, the alligator is playing on the boat and stuff like that for Tiana. I'm just so excited about what's to come.
It's actually everything is satisfaction.
Here's Run Ride I've never done before. I've never done the C cups. Last ride until I go to the buses. I keep seeing this on videos, but it is so different in person. This is what I was hoping would be done by the time we came back, but it'll be a little while longer. Some advice for regular people from a not so regular person that knows a little bit about the parks and crowd control and whatnot. If you're trying to get back to the resort, you want to leave before the big exodus happens at 7 o'clock. So I'm going to try it on and see how my theory works, because this is going to be my last ride. I won't go on Space Mountain today. Looks like I got this ride all by myself. This is great. But that ride was fun. It was fast. I was not expecting it to go as fast as it did. I've always heard that this is a great ride for people. Wow, where am I going? This is the exit, I think. Yep. I've always heard from people that the Goofy ride was the best ride for younger people to do that have never done a roller coaster before. Honey, that was fast. I don't know. But it's only like, 40 seconds long. It's fast, but it was shocking to me how fast it was. I might do, something else like Big Thunder Mountain maybe, but I haven't ridden that in a long time. But yeah, this is a really good start for little people who have never done thrill rides, they say. So come try it. I don't know. I'm leaving the park though. Okay, 2 more pieces of advice before I go. If you want to ride a ride, you should get in line right before the park closes. They can't close the whole park without you riding that ride if you're in line before it closes. So you got to do that. And then if you ever get lost in Magic Kingdom anyway, you can always look for the castle wherever you're at. Try to find the castle by just looking up. And that'll take you to the center of the park where you can get out and exit.
That's the end of this video, folks. I'm so excited for the time I was able to spend with Eric and the semi-solo trip that I had. We ended the night with watching Prince Charming Death and dinner and bed. Had a very restful night. And so I hope you guys check out the next video where we go to Magic Kingdom and do some more exploring around Walt Disney World. I'll see you guys in the next video.